Welcome to Conversation 5. In this conversation, we will assume that Maria is talking to an apostle. He says, "Greetings, Maria." "Here, Maria." And she immediately asks, "Apostle, please." Apostle, apostole, 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 please, parakalo, parakalo, apostle, please, apostole, parakalo, apostole, parakalo. Tell me about Christ. Tell me is lege me, lege me. Tell me, lege me, lege me, about Christ. Peri Christou, peri Christou. Tell me about Christ. Lege me peri Christou. Lege me peri Christou. Apostle, please. Apostole, parakalo. Tell me about Christ. Lege me peri Christou. Apostle, please tell me about Christ. Apostole, parakalo. Lege me peri Christou. Lege me peri Christou. He answers, Jesus Christ was both man and God. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christos, Jesus Christos. Was is ein, ein. Jesus Christ was. Jesus Christos ein. Both man and God. In Greek, to say both and, you say ke. In other words, you repeat and. It's like saying and. So both man and God, ke anthropos, ke theos. Ke anthropos, ke theos. Both man and God. Ke anthropos, ke theos. Jesus Christ was, Jesus Christos ein, both man and God. Ke anthropos, ke theos. Ke anthropos, ke theos. She says, tell me, was he an angel? Tell me, lege me, lege me. Was he an angel? Ein angelos, ein angelos. Tell me, was he an angel? Lege me, ein angelos, angelos, ein angelos. Tell me, was he an angel? Lege me, ein angelos. He replies, no. Ooh. He was a man, ein anthropos, but not an angel, aluk angelos. Ein anthropos, aluk angelos. He was a man, ein anthropos, but not aluk, an angel, angelos. No, he was a man, ein anthropos, but not an angel, aluk angelos. She says, if he was a man, then he was not God. If he was a man, ein anthropos. If is e. if he was ein anthropos, a man, then tote, he was not uk ein, God, theos. If he was a man, ein anthropos, then he was not God, tote uk ein theos. If he was a man, then he was not God, ein anthropos, tote uk ein theos. Ein anthropos, tote uk ein theos. He answers, Christ was a man, Christos ein anthropos, but he was also God, ein de ke theos. Christ was a man, Christos ein anthropos. Christos ein anthropos. Christ was a man, Christos ein anthropos. But he was ein de ke theos, also God. But he was ein de also ke theos, God. But he was also God, ein de ke theos. Christ was a man, but he was also God. Christos ein anthropos, ein de ke theos. She says, then he was God and man, but he was not an angel. Tote en theos ke anthropos, al uk en angelos. Then, tote, he was God en theos and man ke anthropos, but al, not uk, he was an angel, en angelos. Then he was God and man, tote en theos ke anthropos, but he was not an angel, al uk en angelos. Tote en theos ke anthropos, al uk en angelos. En theos ke anthropos, al uk en angelos. He says, he was also a prophet. He was en, also, ke, a prophet, prophetes. He was also a prophet. En ke prophetes. En ke prophetes. He was also a prophet. En ke prophetes. The voice of God. The voice, hephone. Hephone. The voice of God. Hephone to theu. He was also a prophet. En ke prophetes. The voice of God. Hephone to theu. En ke prophetes. Hephone to theu. She says, but John was the prophet and the voice. En de Ioannes he prophetes, ke hephone. But John was, en de Ioannes. En de Ioannes. But John was the prophet. En de Ioannes ho prophetes. En de Ioannes ho prophetes. En de Ioannes ho prophetes. And the voice, ke hephone. Ke hephone. But John was the prophet and the voice. En de Ioannes ho prophetes, ke hephone. En de Ioannes ho prophetes, ke hephone. He answers, John was a prophet, Ioannes en prophetes, but Jesus was the prophet. al Jesus en ho prophetes. John was a prophet, Ioannes en prophetes, but Jesus was the prophet, al Jesus en ho prophetes. Ioannes en prophetes, al Jesus en ho prophetes. She says, then John was a voice, tote, Ioannes en phone, tote, Ioannes en phone, then John was a voice, tote Ioannes en phone, but Jesus was the voice, al Jesus en he phone, but Jesus was the voice, al Jesus en he phone. Then John was a voice, but Jesus was the voice, tote Ioannes en phone, al Jesus en he phone. He affirms, yes, ne, he was the prophet, en ho prophetes, and the voice, ke he phone. He was the prophet and the voice, en ho prophetes, ke he phone. Yes, he was the prophet and the voice. Ne, en ho prophetes, ke he phone. She says, I hear that he was also the life and the glory of God. I hear, akuo, that, hoti, he was, en, also, ke, the life, hezoe, and the glory, ke he doxa, of God, to theu. I hear that he was also, akuo hoti en ke, akuo hoti en ke. I hear that, akuo hoti, he was also, en ke, the life, hezoe, and the glory of God, ke he doxa to theu. The life and the glory, hezoe, ke he doxa, of God, to theu. He was also, en ke, the life and the glory of God, hezoe, ke he doxa to theu. I hear that he was also, akuo hoti en ke, the life and the glory of God, hezoe, ke he doxa to theu. He was the life and the glory of God, en hezoe, ke he doxa to theu. He replies, he is the voice of God, estin he phone to theu, but not the glory of God, ude he doxa to theu. He is the voice of God, estin he phone to theu, estin he phone to theu, but not ude the glory of God, he doxa to theu. He is the voice of God, estin he phone to theu, but not the glory of God, ude he doxa to theu. Estin he phone to theu, ude he doxa to theu. She answers, then he is life, tote, estin zoe, but not an angel, ude angelos. Then he is life, tote estin zoe, tote estin zoe, but not an angel, ude angelos. Then he is life, but not an angel, tote estin zoe, ude angelos. He is the voice of God, but not the glory of God, Estin he phone tu theu, ude he doxa tu theu. Then he is life, but not an angel. Tote estin zoe, ude angelos. He adds, and he is the prophet, not a prophet. Que estin ho prophetes, ou prophetes. Que estin ho prophetes, ou prophetes. And he is the prophet. Que estin ho prophetes, not a prophet, ou prophetes. She says, he is a man, estin anthropos, and the glory of God. Que he doxa tu theu. He is a man, estin anthropos, and the glory of God. Que he doxa tu theu. He is the prophet, not a prophet. Estin ho prophetes, ou prophetes. He is a man, and the glory of God. Estin anthropos, que he doxa tu theu. He says, goodbye, Maria. Eroso Maria. Eroso Maria. She replies, farewell, Apostle. Eroso Apostole. Eroso Apostole.